Hi everybody and welcome back to Nellie Ruth Designs. Today we are going to continue with the drinking coaster ephemera holder. And if you watched the first video of this, I would definitely recommend you watching the first video because it explains the sizes of the papers that you need to cut, so on and so forth. We have everything glued together here, not the binding yet. I was going to put this on and then work with it, but I decided that I'm going to be embellishing, and then I'm going to put the binding on last because we're going to do a lot of opening and closing and flipping and turning, and I just don't want to wear it all down. Not that it will wear down. So I did back the binding, side binding here with the Tyvek envelope, and I'm going to glue and use my double-sided Sukwang tape to hold that all in place. And I'm still debating whether to maybe do something fun on the side of this. So it's another reason why I haven't attached this. So I'm going to set that aside. But before we get started, I want to thank everybody for joining in, for subscribing, commenting. I love to hear your stories. I love to hear your experiences, what you're doing. If you have any good tips for me, I welcome them. And yeah, that's it. I just want to thank everybody for participating in my videos and taking interest. So I just had to get a drink. I hiked this morning. And it's about, what time is it here? It's 1:30, and I did an early morning hike with my daughter-in-law, and I'm tired. It's hot and humid here still. The mosquitoes were out in force today, but we soldiered on and didn't let them get the best of us. So I was taking a look at this, and I was going to have it hold little bits of ephemera on each side. I may still do that, but at least for the front cover, I'm going to do some collage work and adding a few pieces. The other thing I'm thinking, because I have this box of ephemera, and most of it is from digital images I've purchased, and then I've run off and cut, and I've just thrown everything in here. So when I go to look for something, I really kind of have to sort through. So my other thought was for my little holder here to sort by size. You know, I have smaller ones here. I have larger ones here. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do. I have these little guys that have writing on them. I have these blank ones. I know I can't fit everything into this book, but I figured maybe if I could just start to get it organized, that would be a step in the right direction. So I may just do that, and I'm thinking that when I embellish or collage, whatever you want to call it, on one side, whatever I'm going to hold on this side, I could put over here, so I can just flip through and say, okay, well, I have images here, you know, digitals here with writing on them. This one, it's just with the outline here, so on and so forth. This one might be dates. I'm kind of leaning towards that. And I guess there's no wrong way to do this. I can always make more. So I guess we'll just start. So the other thing I pulled out were these digital images, and I'm not sure whose these are, but I will find out, and I will put them in the description. So if you see any in here that you like, I have an idea. And if I can find my little paper over in here, I want to say they're from Love Junk Journals, but I could be wrong. But at any rate, I will go back and I'll look at my digitals on my computer. They're probably from Tracy Fox, because here's a little Tracy Fox image I cut out and I had thrown in here. So I'm sure they're from Tracy Fox, but I will let you know. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I have two different styles of flowers here. I have these here, which are all quite pretty. If I can get a grasp on them. And then I have these with the border, the colored border around them. And these are all quite pretty. I'm just not sure what I want to use. I could use a mixture of both. And what's on the bottom here? Oh, I think these are the same. These were run just on regular copy paper. And these were run on matte, just a regular, a little heavier cardstock, but they're the same. So what do you think? What do you want to use today? Do you want to use these? Keep it a little more rustic nature. I think maybe the paper does tend to lead to a little more rustic. Let's see if I have something for the orange on this, in this group here. I'm going to adjust my seat because my back is tired. We actually, that would be pretty on that one. My daughter-in-law and I headed out this morning at 7:30, and we had an hour. We had a 45-minute drive to get to the parking lot. I'm going to use these here. And unbeknownst to me, I've talked about this before in some of my videos, having our trails in the high peaks overrun with people. Well, one thing I did not know, I'm going to pick these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I need 6. What I did not know was they finally did something about it. And in May, you have to go online and you have to register to hike one of the high peaks. So we got all the way up there and we were turned away, which is fine. I don't mind that. I was very disappointed because I was gonna take her to an amazing waterfall today at the base of Gotham Mountain. And the young kid that was manning the booth was very nice, and he asked if we had a reservation, and I said, geez, no, I don't. I said, it's probably been 2 years since I've been up there in that neck of the woods, those neck of the woods hiking. I said, I had no idea. And he said, yep, you got to go online now and register because the trails have been beaten and overrun. So I looked at my daughter-in-law and I said, gosh, dang it. And I apologized to her because she was so looking forward to this hike. It was a bigger hike, a longer. We would have been going all day. And I felt really bad for her. So I told her that I'd make reservations for next week. And I'm just trying to sort here to see which ones I might want to use. Yeah, and I'll take her next week to, I want to use that one there. I'll take her next week to the waterfall. So, I mean, all was not lost. We're surrounded by tons of mountains. So I took her to another one. We've done it a few times a couple times in the past. I've done it many times. So it's still a good hike. It makes you breathe. And catch your breath. And there was actually, as hot as it was today, and the mosquitoes were horrendous, there was quite a few people on the trail. So that was nice. And I'm not being real fussy as to, I just want some, what I think, just the colors that will look nice with these. This one I may not do. Seeing that with these leaves being like this, I may just leave it like that, no pun intended. And I may do 2 pieces, maybe I'll make a 4, 2 on this side and 2 on this side, vellum holders, and then I can have a double thing there, because that's kind of busy. So I have this. Okay. All right, so let's start with these. All right. And I don't think I have to cut these down at all. I'm going to round the corners, at least on this side here. I'll see what it looks like. Rounded, and then just straight on this side. That, and then I think I am going to do that. I'm going to, whatever I have tucked over here, and maybe I will try to get 2 strips on there. I'm going to put here to match what we'll be putting over on the other side. So I'm going to want something with words, because that will be my first. And that's a little different than the let's see here. This looks to be about the same. I hiked yesterday. My daughter-in-law and I contacted her about 1, and I said, how about doing a 3 o'clock hike today? And we'll just stay local. We'll do the local mountain, which isn't easy. especially at my age. I feel like the mountains are either getting harder or I'm slowing down. But once I start, it's just like when I used to ski. I'd ski one day and then I'd want to go the next day. Then I'd want to take a day off and go again. It's very addicting for me. And let's see, if I round this, I'm going to round this one on top too. But it's just nice to be outdoors. I'm going to round them all. I find that it calms me down. It rejuvenates me, clears my mind. It makes me think about new possibilities. I should think more about my pages here when I'm out and about. Still like to put a little other something there, so just bear with me. Something a little abstract to complement that square piece. And these are all square pieces, so these really aren't going to work. Those are tags. All right. Let me think a minute. All right, I've got an idea. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I pulled some washi tape. I thought we could do a little accenting with that. And then I also have these little tiny birds that I've cut. And some of them are a little larger, but some of them are small, and they might be just nice on just a little accent on the page here. So I pulled those, and I'll see where that takes us. So we have this one here. And then this style I'll be putting on this side to hold. So let's see what we have for maybe a little bird or something. Some of these are a little bit bigger. There. You can sit somewhat on that little perch there. That would be cute. All right, I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Boy, I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired. All of a sudden, I am tired. And I know one thing I'm tired of. I'm tired of this getting stuck. Let me take a straight pen, see if I can get it moving. There we go. So I hope you're all doing well today. Not sure when this is going to air, but in my world today it's Wednesday. And it's really a nice day here. It's sunny and just beautiful. And I'm already thinking, because here we are, we're approaching the end of August. I'm already thinking about, I've got to call and make arrangements to have our pool closed up. Seems like we just opened it. With all of the rain we've had this year, it really wasn't a good year to have a pool. And I don't like to leave it open too late in September. Because to me, we always had the tradition that before COVID, we would always go to Maine. We've been going to Maine since, oh my goodness, since I was in high school. And then when I met my husband, we went there on our honeymoon because he had never been. Every year since '84, we've gone. So we just had a rule that when we returned home from Maine, we might have a week left in August, then we'd have Labor Day weekend, and then the pool would get closed up. Once in a while, I'd leave it. I usually left it open a week after, when my boys were smaller, a week after school started, because they would bring their friends over after school to swim. But those days are gone. So I do close it up a little bit earlier. Okay, so this one here, we're going to have the letters. This one here, we're just going to have plain tickets over on this side. So I may find a little bit smaller one. And I do want to use a red one. It's about the same size. I like to give myself a little break from manning the pool and cleaning it and checking the chlorine levels. I'm hoping that we'll have little kids around here again. I don't think that's too square. To use it, and then it'll be worth it. All right, well, it doesn't look like I'm finding a much smaller. See why I need to get rid of this box? I'll tell you another secret about me. I don't like shopping like places like TJ Maxx or any place where I have to paw through a rack, a clothes rack. I don't like it. And I don't like having to paw through and constantly go through my my little pieces of ephemera. So this little book will come in handy. And if I have to make two, I'll make two. That's cute, that little hummingbird. I'll put that little hummingbird right there. Just do it like this. Something in there is gunking it up, or I don't have a nice flow. I have to really squeeze it. I have to really squeeze it. So I hope everybody has a really nice Labor Day weekend. I hope you continue to get together with family and your friends. I have a feeling it's going to be a long winter again. Our governor just made a comment that she's looking at a mask mandate for the whole state. And if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. But it just makes it very tough. So, and I don't like to go out. I try to, when there was the mask mandate, before when COVID first started, I really tried hard not to go out anywhere. And for the most part, I didn't. That's when I started making my YouTube videos. I needed something to do. Okay, so this one will have this style here. I think I'm also going to try to stock up on a lot of canned goods and pasta. I like to make my own spaghetti sauce because I can make a lot of it and stick it in the freezer and have it all winter into the spring. Come on, Gary, you need to help me out here a little bit. So I'll probably stock up on canned tomatoes and all of that, and get a bunch of stuff in the freezer for winter. Like these owls, but I don't think that they go with the, although there is quite a bit of brown. There is quite a bit of brown in here. All right, and then what am I going to do for, let's see what I've got for. So we have, I'm going to make a little, all right, so we have this style. We have just where we're doing the plain. And then what else do I have in here? How about if we do, I have some that are like this. Just the plain. So let me find a little, that's a little too big. Let me see if I can find one. It's a little bit smaller. That's this style. Well, I have one with with numbers. I could do a number. Here's a natural history. That's a little too big, though. Carte postale. We could do something like that. I'm just wondering. I do like those owls. Oh, let's see. I just want to see if there's something else they might go better with. No. All right, let me take one more look. Of course, this is pretty too with the yellow. Excuse me. We can move this up a little bit. And we could do something like that. I think I like that. And I am just going to clip around this a little bit more. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep coughing. Maybe that'll help. All right, let's get this. So I should be able to get this all completed here today, and then I can get this glue. I've not had this problem in a long time. I think it's coming from the base. There we go. We'll get this part wrapped up, and then in the next part, we'll get the we can get the vellum, little vellum pieces on. And I have a new book coming. I was watching, I can't tell you the name of it, but I know it's Martina, who, it's her channel on YouTube, and she has a bird book that she uses, and oh my goodness, it was gorgeous. So she shared her book, and I was able to obtain a copy on eBay. So when that arrives, I'll share that book with you too. It is gorgeous if you like birds. And the one thing I really liked about it was not only all the images, but it's one bird per page. So all right. Okay, I'm going to step away for just a minute because my throat, I have to go get a throat lozenger. So let me go get that, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Okay, so, all right, we had finished that one. Let's move on to this one here. Yeah, I don't know. I think my throat might just be dry from the hike this morning. I don't know. I've had plenty to drink, but I can hear the dogs. My son just pulled in. He went out on a photo shoot today. He and his brother doing a photo shoot for the company, and they're back. So, all right. So we have, the next one that we have in line is this one here. So that's 3. So the next one will be, what will the next one be? How about if we do maybe some of these with numbers on them? We could do that. Yeah, I've got a few here with numbers, and I just make sure I have enough. Yeah, all these have like numbers on them, so that'll be good. One is writing and one is numbers. So I could use that one. I'm not real, it's not real imperative that I pick out the perfect one for in here, because it doesn't matter. I love my boys. They crack me up. They know I'm making a video, but they have to open the door and still pop in and say, "Hi, Mom." God, I love them. They're really good kids. They're 23 and I still call them kids, but they are. I have that little one. Let's see here. Maybe something with a bit more color. But then do we want to have a bird that's bigger than the flower? No. How about this? These are 2. We'll save that for another time. This one is awfully green. It's pretty, but it's awfully green. I'm afraid he'll blend in too much. Let's see. Maybe I'll go back to the owl. We didn't use the owls. I do like them. So maybe we can use the owl. I think they're pretty because it has pretty much the same. Your reds are blending, and I really like them. So we will use the owls. All right, get these down here. And I got to figure out what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. That is just a chore for me. That is just a chore. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit on here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this white part here inside, because I'd like to have this paper poke through a little bit just for a little extra color. There. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Trying to get some letters written, and that I've been very unsuccessful at doing that, because I've been doing other things, but I have to get these letters written and get them out. That's pretty. I like that. Yeah, I like all these. This is going to be a cute little book. So maybe, just maybe, when I finish this up, my daughter-in-law has to come over. She had a sale on her Instagram site, which is Paper Mountain Crafts, if you want to follow along with her. She has nice little sales. And she has an Instagram, or she has a Etsy shop too she just opened. So once she gets that up and running, she only has one item in there right now because her Instagram sales have been going so well. I'll do a Etsy shop share and show you some of the things she has in her shop, but she's having fun. Okay, so the last one. So we had, okay, so then we have the numbers. All right, so I got to find one more out of here that, I have one with sayings, but I don't think I have too many of those. Let's see. And I don't think I have too many round ones. Again, there's just, it's a few and far between. But it looks like I might have more. Looks like I have quite a few of these sayings. So maybe we'll do a sayings one. Let me just make sure that, well, I also have all of these too. But these are a little bit larger. We could do something like this. Something like this here. And we don't necessarily, this could be the one that we put on this side. And that way we don't have to cover up much of the leaf over here. You put that there. And then, let's see, what bird can we use? What can we use here? We must have another little one. Looks like they're all sitting to the right, doesn't it? Looking to the left. We don't really have any birds that are flying to the right. Oh, here's this little one. I don't like those colors though. We have that little one. That's kind of cute. He looks cute up on there. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. We have this one as well. What do you think? think he's too bold. He might be a little too bold. All right. Okay, let's see here. We have a little hummingbird. No, I don't like the hummingbird there. All right, so I think it's going to be, I think we'll use this one because it's such a soft palette. We'll put him right there. I think that'll be just fine. Okay, I'll put that there like that. Well, for such a short video, I feel like there was a lot of interruptions today. Sorry about that. So this is where we'll wrap it up. I may add a little washi tape. I may not. Maybe a little piece here or there. Let's see. Let's see, what have I got here? These are an alphabet. We have a little bit. This might be a little thicker. Let's see. We'll see. If we don't like it, we can always take it off. There, I like that. It just adds a little bit of, just another little dimension. I think it just finishes it off nicely. And I think I'm going to, let's take a look at this, the alphabets. Kind of mix things up here a little bit. I do like this one right here. I think it's just very natural looking, and I think it goes quite well because it has that red in it. Let's see, this one here, we could use maybe a little bit of floral. Add a little bit there. And add a little bit here. Yeah, I think that it just all adds just a little bit. finishes it off. And then this one here. How about if we use some of this blue? Put that right across there. Put a little piece down. There. That's really, I really like that one. And then this last one. And then we'll call it a day. And this is a little bit thicker. I don't think I'm going to use that. I want to try to keep it consistent. Again, I like this because this is very natural looking. I'll put a little piece down here. All right, my friends. There. Let's just move all this on out so we can focus on the star here. All right, so in the next video, we'll finish this up. I'll add the little vellum pieces, however many we do there, and we'll add the binding. But I think this is very, very cute. Very cute. Add just a little bit of glue right here. Very cute. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining in. I appreciate you sticking around and crafting with me. And I'm very excited about this little book. I'm very excited for you to try to make one. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some little kits together in my Etsy shop. So when I do the conclusion of part 3, you could take a look. They'll probably already be in there. But you could grab a little kit. And that way you wouldn't have to cut the paper yourself. It would all be cut out. And all you'd have to do is just enjoy, gluing it all together, putting it all together, and then you could embellish your book however you'd like to do it. So, all right, everybody, I will see you in my next video, and thanks so much for joining in. Bye-bye.